Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Venom. This is kind of like the Lethal Protector Venom, or the McFarlane-style Venom. One of the more classic looks for him, and a lot of people were really excited for this figure, myself included, until I realized it was using the Hyperion body mold, which it doesn't really suit Venom. It's a little too sausagey. It's kind of short and stocky for Venom, rather than having the more sleeker, still bulky though look. Hopefully that makes sense. You know what it is really, I guess, is the legs. He's got really fat lower legs and big fat feet, and it throws off the entire look of the figure. And the sculpt is just horrible on Hyperion, so we don't need to get into that. And the head sculpt, they screwed up. They screwed up the head sculpt, which is like the only new part of this whole figure. So let's look at it. You guys will see what I'm talking about in a minute. So he stands about 7 1/4 inches tall, which makes him about a little over 18 centimeters. Paintwork on this guy is limited to only the spider logo and then the hands, not counting the head. And the hands are pretty well edged up. They don't look too bad, but the logo is super fuzzy. It doesn't look good at all. Not good at all. You have machines doing this, and it's not lined up at all. And then you have customizers doing it by hand, and it looks 10 times better than this. So that's disappointing. You should be able to get the crispness of these inner lines on the outer parts also. If they did that, it would have been a home run, no problem. But they didn't. So that's on them. Accessory-wise, we have the 2 open hands that you see here. And then you get 2 fist hands. So it's nice that they included that at least. I appreciate getting some interchangeability, but that's not a big deal. Then we get an interchangeable head, which does look good, technically speaking. I mean, they painted the stuff on the tongue, the slime. The eyes are painted fairly well, the teeth. Everything's painted pretty well. And this head's not as bad as the one that's already on the figure. But here's the problem. And I'll show you this one briefly, and then I'll show you the problem on the other one because it's even more pronounced. It's like pinched in at the top of the cheek, or at the bottom of the cheekbones, at the top of the jaw line. And I know his head's supposed to have a little bit of shape like that to it, but they pinched it in too much. And it ends up making the head look really tall and skinny, and it doesn't suit the figure at all once it's on top of the body. And again, you can see it here really clearly. It's just, it looks like a, I don't know, it doesn't look right. From certain angles it looks really good, but then when you realize the way it's pinched in, like you can see right there, it looks really weird. And since it's already on top of a mold that's not a very good mold, you end up with this really high neck, really weird shelfy chest that doesn't look natural at all. The arms are too far forward. It's just very awkward looking figure for something that's so simple and basic. They really screwed the pooch on this. The head should sit lower on the neck, and it shouldn't be so pinched in right there. Not by a lot, but a little bit makes a big difference on the head, so it's pretty disappointing. And we've seen the articulation all before. It's acceptable, it's just not great. So it's overall a really disappointing figure because it's Venom, and it could have been so simple to be so good, and they didn't do that. So I'm very disappointed. I don't know if I recommend it or not. If you don't have a Venom, then I guess get it. But, well, actually, none of the Marvel Legends Venoms have ever been any good. So this is probably the best one, technically, which is sad because it's not very good. So again, make your own value judgment. It's not a very technically good figure, but it might be the one you need to add to your collection anyway. So it will be in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. At least it is at the time of this video recording. So check the link in the description below if you want to pick up this wave of Legends. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.